Welcome back. So far, we've mastered interpreting frequency tables and explored how to customize the table display. Now, let's dive into chart display options to explore more ways to visualize your data. To recap, we've learned how to select a survey round, country, and question. We can also interpret frequency tables and charts and adjust the table's appearance. If you need a refresher on any of these topics, please refer to the previous videos in this series. For those joining us for the first time, throughout the series, we've been using the same example to illustrate concepts and explore the ODA tool's capabilities. We're looking at data from Afrobarometer's Round 9 survey in Kenya. We've selected Section I, Institutions, Leadership and Governance, then Trust Others as a subcategory. We then selected Trust National Electoral Commission as our question. This is the data we'll be referencing throughout this video. If you're unsure how we got here, please refer to an earlier video in this series. Now, let's move to the section right above the chart on our screen. In this video, we are going to focus on chart display options with the goal of creating clear and informative charts. First, by selecting the Zoom button displayed as 4 interconnecting arrows in the right corner above the chart, we are able to enlarge the chart for a closer look. To exit Zoom and return to the original view, which shows the table alongside the chart, simply click on the same button, which is now displayed as 4 inward-facing arrows. Another thing we are able to do in the ODA is change the chart type. In our example, a column chart is the default view, meaning that the first box above the chart should be selected. But you're not limited to columns. You can select a bar chart by clicking on the second small box above the chart. Once selected, you will see the response options flipped along the axes. The data remains the same, but the presentation changes. We also have pie and donut chart options, but use these charts with caution. Pie charts can be visually appealing, but they have limitations. First, it's harder to compare the size of pie slices accurately than the height of bars in a column or bar chart. This is especially true when there are response options with similar proportions of responses, or when there are many response options. Second, with many categories, labels get crammed or hidden, making it difficult to understand or interpret the data. Finally, steer clear of a pie chart if the data you are presenting does not total a whole pie or 100%. Donut charts share similar limitations. For all chart types, you can choose to display them in 3D. But remember that the goal is to create a clear and informative chart. The simpler the chart, the easier it is to understand the data. Choose a chart type that effectively conveys your message and avoid overloading it with unnecessary elements. In our example, let's deselect 3D to stick with a traditional 2D chart. You are also able to reorder the categories from biggest to smallest by clicking on Sort Values, which is represented by the block with 3 lines next to 3D. A word of caution here though. While it may look more visually appealing, reordering response categories might not make sense for your analysis. In the default view, response options appear chronologically, from no trust at all to trust a lot. Whereas if you select Sort Values, the order of response options is no longer chronological. Another capability of the ODA is that you can control what information is displayed on the chart. If you select Missing Values, all 0% response categories will no longer be displayed. In our example, the Refused category is no longer included in the chart. When you click on the 3 lines to the right of Missing Values, you'll be directed to the final customization options available in the ODA. Deselecting Show Labels hides the response options on the x-axis. Similarly, deselecting Show Values removes the percentage values above each column. In the next video, we'll explore a powerful data analysis technique, comparing data across additional variables. This will unlock even more insights from your Afrobarometer data. Thank you for watching this video. We hope to see you in the next one.